Sorry about the delay, everybody, but this is Bluefield College Rams baseball here on the Rams Digital Sports Network, taking on the Piedmont International Bruins, bringing you right into the action here at the top of the first inning. Not going so well for the lefty Spencer Ambrose. A couple of hits already for PIU, and they're up 2-0 with a runner at second base. So now up to the plate for Piedmont International, it's the second baseman, Sammy Nieves, the fifth hitter in the lineup with just one out. Count it 1-1. Rams coming off of a series win over the weekend against Montreat on the road and trying to pick up a home doubleheader win and a non-conference doubleheader against Piedmont International, a team that Bluefield really walloped last year down in North Carolina. Count it 1-1 with one out. Two balls, no strikes. Ambrose looks around, checking that runner. And Gaboyo in the dirt. He'll go back. Actually, that's Wesley Ambrose in as the pinch hitter for the catcher Gaboyo. Got the RBI double. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at second base. Rams look for another win here today with Spencer Ambrose on the mound. They have done well so far this season, but trying to find a midweek win. So far, not looking so well. It's a bit high, 3 balls, 1 strike. Gets for Bluefield Joseph Cardona completing the battery with Ozzie Millette over at third base. As short for Bluefield, Andy Pena. At second base for the Rams, it'll be Carlos Torres. Getting the start at first base today, Edgardo Bernard. Now the 3-1 goes on the outside corner for strike 2, and the count evens up at 3 balls, 2 strikes. In the outfield, Pepe Napoleon in left. In center field, Jordan Huntley. And completing the Rams outfield for Bluefield, it's Andreas Holzer. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2-0 the score here in the top of the first inning. Payoff. High and away, ball 4, and Ambrose really is struggling so far here in inning number 1. Good day for baseball, starting to heat up. It was about 38 degrees when the Rams got here, but it's warming up close to 50 now. I'm going to bring up Lucas Dalton, the third baseman for Piedmont International, in those dark blue uniforms with the Carolina blue numbers. Bruins coming from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Lefty deals to the righty, swings and grounds it down the third baseline, foul. Darren Spivey will be taking the hill for Piedmont International, but the Rams just trying to get out of this top of the first. 2-0 already the score. Only out recorded was a fly out to center field. Still a chance for a double play up the middle. 0-1. Outside corner. Got him there for strike 2. Pretty warm here because for some reason we have the plexiglass windows up, starting to heat us up in this greenhouse. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 3 hits already for Piedmont International. Mike White's team just trying to go into the dugout and come to bat at the bottom of the first. 0-2. Ground ball, third base side, and just trickling foul. Here at Bowen Field, 335 on either side, left and right. About 400 dead center. Wind blowing out towards center field with the mountains right behind center field. Oh, 2. Outside corner, got him strike 3. First strikeout for Spencer Ambrose. Out number 2 here in the top of the first inning. Couple of runners on. Ambrose, Wesley Ambrose that is, over at second base. Leading the way, and now coming up to the plate, it'll be Lee Thorne, the first baseman, batting left-handed with no batting gloves. Corner infielder in, and Bernard as Thorne fouls it off of the inside of the bat for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2 men aboard for Piedmont International. Now the offer. Cut and a miss. Quickly up 0-2. Ambrose and a limp out of this inning in the gray jersey with the blue numbers on the back in royal blue. Rams donning the white pants with the blue stripes down either side and the blue caps that say BC on the front. 2 men aboard for the Bruins. No balls, 2 strikes. Lefty, lefty, the offer. Fouled off again. Boy, that almost hit the handle of the bat. Quite frankly, I think it did as it rolls on the third base side. Well, the big news for Bluefield, Jose Santana was named the AAC Baseball Player of the Week, and he's the DH, batting 5th in the lineup, so you'll get to see him in the bottom of the first. 0-2, another ground ball fought off third base side, turning into a long at-bat already for Lee Thorne. Rams right now at 15-11, 7-5 in conference. Coming off of series win against Montreat, winning those 2 games 14-8 in the first one, and the last one winning 12-10. Ambrose finally nods. 2 runners aboard for the Bruins. 0-2. Fouled away again. Every time he has swung, he has been so late. I mean, his hands must feel like they want to fall off right now, jamming him up on the inside of the bat. No balls, 2 strikes. Ambrose looking around. He deals. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. Cardona whips to first, and there is the final out of the top of the first inning. A 2-run score on 3 hits, and 2 men are left aboard for the Bruins. Rams coming to bat in the bottom of the first, down 2-0. Darren Spivey on the mound facing off against Bluefield here in the bottom of the first inning. Rams looking for a big hit and a big swing from Huntley, blasting the ball on the left side now to play. So it's a foul ball. Jordan Huntley, predominant leadoff man for Bluefield this season, already down 1-0. Darren Spivey, the righty, facing off against Huntley. Waving the bat behind his helmet and the pitch. Huntley swings and drives left field, down the line, and foul. So quickly down, no balls, 2 strikes. Huntley on at the plate, Cardona on deck, the catcher, and Ozzie Millette batting third. As for Darren Spivey with the Jacob deGrom hair behind his blue hat. Rams looking for a leadoff base knock after finding themselves down 2-0.
Marcus. Towards the white Camaro.
Got an 0-2, right tee to righty as Huntley awaits the center fielder. The offer. Watches low and away. Rams trying to throw out some young arms here in these midweek contests. A home series for Bluefield coming up this weekend. Now the 1-2. Watches inside, very close. Fastball comes in a bit too inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Huntley coming up to the plate with a .307 average. 8 home runs for him this year, which is a bit odd to have your home run leader as the leadoff man, but that's just how it works out for Bluefield. 2-2. Grounds it foul, ricocheting off the top guard of that dugout for Piedmont. Down at 2-2, fighting it off now after a couple of big swings on the first couple of pitches. Spivey comes set, the righty. The brown glove, he kicks and fires. Swinging a line drive, shot into right field, base hit for Huntley. So after pulling the first couple of foul balls, he fights it off into opposite field territory, and it's a single for Bluefield to lead it off.
At the plate, the catcher, number 24, Joseph Cardona.
Brings up Joseph Cardona, hitting .256, moving him up in the lineup. He has 8 RBIs, no home runs on the year. Still has 23 hits and 90 at-bats. Lefty facing the righty could be a potential big matchup for Bluefield, and Cardona trying to blast in Huntley. Huntley does have 4 stolen bases in 6 attempts. First pitch, and the catcher watches a fastball blaze in on the outside corner for strike 1. Bailey Engel here, glad to have you with us across the Rams Digital Sports Network. A big week for Bluefield sports. No balls, 1 strike. Huntley takes off, high and away, throw down to second, not in time. Jordan Huntley sliding in safely. 5th stolen bag of the year, and now the Rams have the potential run to cut this lead in half in scoring position. Ball and a strike to Cardona. Spivey checks the runner, deals 1-1. High fly, right field, back of the warning track, and that is the first home run of the year for Joseph Cardona. 2-run bomb ties us up in the bottom of the 1st inning. There was no wind helping that one, folks, so he earned every foot of that blast. Now 2-2 the score.
At the plate, 3rd baseman, Ozzie Millette.
Ozzie Millette trying to break it open. No outs. Runners now cleared off of the base pass after the home run from Cardona. And if you remember Bluefield playing Piedmont International last year, the Bruins actually accused Bluefield of having charged bats because the Rams were hitting so many home runs. As Millette swings and serves it down the right field line. If it stays fair, it could drop in as a base hit, but it won't after a galloping catch is made out in right field. Great effort there by the right fielder, Cabana Kirk, for out number 1. Rams do have some pop already in their bats here on the bottom of the 1st inning. I'll bring up Lennon Napoleon. Going by Pepe Napoleon, walks up to the plate and actually introduces himself to the catcher as well as the home plate umpire. Napoleon with that front leg bent. Trying to load up for the pitch from Spivey with one out, nobody on. The offer. Fastball blazing inside, and it's ball one. Righty on the mound, righty at the plate, 2-2 the score. Napoleon coming into this game. First year as a Bluefield starter, hitting nearly .350. Does have a couple of home runs and 16 RBIs this year. A ball and no strikes, nobody on for Bluefield. 1-0. Swinging a ground ball, chopped over to short. Could be an easy play. Glove there, throw to first, skips in late. And it's an infield single after Eli Straw couldn't get the throw in time. It was a bit low. Tried to sidearm it there, and a good job of picking it up on the scoop by Lee Thorne, but still not good enough. Infield single for the Rams puts the potential go-ahead run on at first base. Now the AAC Player of the Week, Jose Santana, hitting a whopping 477 on the year. No home runs and 6 RBIs, but still hitting so well. 21 hits and 44 at-bats, and he scored now 14 times for Bluefield. First pitch to him. Righty is hit by a pitch. So that's a way to avoid him, I guess. Jose Santana will jog on over to first base. The potential go-ahead run now at second and Napoleon.
Right fielder, Andreas Holzer.
Andreas Holzer steps to the dish for Bluefield with just one out. It'll be a long day if the pitching continues like this for both teams. Holzer watches it go in the dirt, skipped away. Solid job by Gaboyo, the catcher, to keep those runners at bay. That ball bounces away from him. It's now 2 runners in scoring position for Bluefield. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, 2 men aboard for Bluefield. Holzer to the plate wearing number 33. Right fielder awaits the pitch from Spivey. Here it is. Breaking ball inside, and Gaboyo's, he's going to have a long day. Holzer, his 25th start for the Rams, hitting .330, 3 home runs, 16 RBIs. Mike White looking on over at third base, the third base coach, and Garrett Chilling, the assistant coach for Bluefield at first. 2-0. And the dirt again. 3 straight balls in the dirt from Spivey. Another one, the bases are loaded with 1 out. Napoleon at second. Santana with a big lead at first base. 3-0. Outside and low, ball 4, and the bases are loaded already. So a decent enough fly ball will give Bluefield the lead. Napoleon takes a look at that fresh dirt right in front of third base. I bring up Carlos Torres, the second baseman from Puerto Rico. Torres is hitting .310, 3 homers, 18 RBIs. Spivey is really struggling here after giving up 3 hits already. First pitch to Torres, breaks on the inside corner for strike 1. So the inning started off with a single from Huntley, then a home run from Cardona. Napoleon got on with an infield single, then Santana hit by a pitch, and Holzer walked in 4 pitches. 0-1, Torres lifts it out to left center field. That will score some runs for Bluefield. Napoleon jogs home. Here comes Santana, and it's a 2-run double for Carlos Torres. The Rams lead 4-2. You knew the bats would be working today for Bluefield College going up against Piedmont International, a team that they do not struggle against historically.
First baseman, Edgardo Bernard.
Remember last year they played Piedmont International to start out the season. They beat the Bruins 17-4, then 9-5, which was a close one compared to the next game. They destroyed Piedmont International 29-5 as that pitch is slapped out to left field. Another base hit for Bluefield. Here comes both runners. Torres on his way home, and he will get there. Two-run single for Edgardo Bernard, and the Rams lead 6-2 with one out in the first inning. So then they played Piedmont International again last season. I know that because I went on the trip, and Rams won the first one 12-1, then the second game 16-1. Here's Andy Pena. Shortstop with a check swing. He did go around, counted 0-1. Already the ninth batter of the inning for Bluefield, and with one out, you can just start to see where this one's going. Counted 0-1. Spivey with the wind blowing behind him, deals. Another check swing. This time he holds up, though. It's a fastball that goes outside on the lefty for ball one. Pena making his 18th start under the Mendoza line at 191 for Bluefield, so a chance to try to pad his stats here against a team that has struggled to pitch against the Rams in these past couple of seasons. 1-1. Outside and low. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Clouds starting to roll in from right to left, finally shielding us from that glare. 2-1. Pena dances out of the way. Ball's in the dirt. On his way to second, Bernard, and he is out by a mile. Out number 2. Good job by Gaboyo throwing that one down to second base. Now there's nobody aboard for the Rams after they've already scored 6 runs here in the first inning. I do remember that second game last year. Pena fouls it off, right back to the backstop for strike 2. Of course, in these doubleheaders in the NAIA, you play the first game in 9, and then the second game is slotted to be 7 innings, but I am particularly sure that the 16-1 in game 2 was called after 5 innings. And even better, folks, 2 7-inning games today. So how about that? A treat for you. As Pena swings and grounds it over to second base. Bobbled there, ham-fisted in the dirt, throw to first, in time for the out. So that is it for the first inning. Rams score 6 runs on 5 hits, including the first home run of the year from Joseph Cardona. On to the second inning we go here in Bluefield. DH Harrison Vaughn leads it off for Piedmont International after they're already down 6-2 after a pretty lucrative bottom of the first for Bluefield. Now here we are in the top of the second. Spencer Ambrose with some run support, ready to pitch to the lefty, and he does. Big cut and a miss at a pitch in the dirt, and Cardona Just fists it down for strike one. Bailey Engel here. Glad to have you with us. So quick news update. 7-inning games today, both times. Kind of like an old minor league doubleheader. And if you watch Division I or any level of NCAA baseball, you wonder why those doubleheaders don't do the same. Had to work a couple of them, and 18 innings can take a lot out of you as a player, but especially as a broadcaster. You're pretty hoarse after 18 innings of work, especially radio. So I think the NAIA has the leg up in that category. Here's the 0-1. Drops outside and low. Count evens at 1-1. So it'll be Harrison Vaughn, Cabana Kirk, or Kirk Cabana. And then back to the top of the lineup with Brian Deegan, who scored a run. Now the 1-1. Inside, almost hit him. 2 balls, 1 strike. You have to think for Thomas Huddleston, the pitching coach, and head coach Mike White, a midweek game like this where your offense is certainly going to be unhinged. You might just have to throw the staff out there. 2-1. Popped up, sliced over our press box, out of play. Count evens at 2-2. Certainly puts a little bit of pressure on the offense to get the job done, but we saw there in that first inning they were not going to have any problems with it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ambrose deals. Check swing, pop up, third base side. Millette backs up, makes the catch with his toes in fair territory, and there's out number 1.
Right fielder, Kirk Cabana.
Bring up Kirk Cabana. Made a good catch out in right field to rob Ozzie Millette of a base hit. Now he comes up to the plate, batting left-handed. Mechanical delivery for Ambrose, and he whips in a fastball for strike 1. Bone Field, the home of the Bluefield Blue Jays. So if you're in town around June, that's when this Appalachian League starts. Rookie affiliate of the Toronto Blue Jays. 0-1, outside corner, quickly up 0-2. So the Rams certainly are blessed in that aspect where they are playing on one of the better fields in NAIA, a historical ground here. No balls, 2 strikes. Ambrose pitches. Another check swing. Slow roller, third base side. Millette charges, throws in time. Good play by the Miami native over there at third base. Something about Piedmont where they don't really want to swing all the way through. Those past couple right there, just little choppers trying to go opposite field, but instead they just swing it right over to the third baseman, Ozzie Millette. Right back up to the top of the lineup with the center fielder, Brian Deegan, and of course we were having some trouble getting the broadcast on air at that point, but now we can tell you that Brian Deegan led it off with a hit and it inevitably came around to score. So he's 1 for 1 as a breaking ball drops low and away on the lefty. 2 outs, nobody on. 6-2 the score. Rams leading by 4. We're in the top of the second inning. Ambrose kicks and deals. Breaking ball, low and away. Count goes 2 balls, no strikes. Ambrose down in the count, quickly fires. That time it hits the zone, high and away, but hitting the corner nonetheless makes it 2-1. So this is game 1 of a doubleheader, playing a couple of 7-inning contests, and Ambrose trying to get out of the second inning unscathed here. 2-1. Popped up left side and over our press box again, and now Ambrose has Brian Deegan down to his final strike in the at-bat in the top of the second inning. I just like to see these pitchers get into a rhythm. You have to wonder, will Piedmont International be able to do that? 2-2. Ground ball, left side, bouncing into the glove of Pena. Reaches, throws to first. 1, 2, 3 go the Bruins in the top of the second inning, and the Rams lead 6-2 going into the bottom of the second. Ready for the second inning. Jordan Huntley leads it off, the center fielder. He's 1 for 1 with a single, came around to score a run. 6-2 the score. First pitch from Darren Spivey creeps in on the outside corner. Huntley with 8 home runs this year as the leadoff man, and he leads off another inning after Bluefield sent 9 to the plate their last time up. The 0-1. Popped up, foul territory, right side, jogging for it, and can't make the catch even though it was about a foot in front of him. So Huntley will fight it off again. No balls, 2 strikes. Cardona on deck, who homered for Bluefield his first of the year, and Ozzie Millette on deck, who's 0 for 1. No balls, 2 strikes, righty to righty. The center fielder has proven to be a great table setter for Bluefield this year. Can he do it here on 0-2? Doesn't have to on that pitch as it skips in the dirt. Ball and 2 strikes. Second inning of the first of 2 7-inning games. In a doubleheader against Piedmont International, a team that the Rams really had home run parties against last year, and in one game beating them 29-5. That's almost video game numbers. The 1-2. Hit him. Second time Spivey has plunked a batter. And now with a runner at first, that brings up Joseph Cardona. Can he go Yabo twice? Sun directly overhead out in right field. That's where the shadow is. That's where Cardona hit his first home run of the season. Huntley also had a stolen bag at that point as Cardona was going for home run number 2 there. Fouls it off behind the screen. No balls, 1 strike here at Bowen Field, former home of the Bluefield Orioles and the current home of the Bluefield Blue Jays. They have a great clubhouse that the Blue Jays led the way in renovating that the Rams call home during the season. Pickoff attempt is a lob to first, not in time. No balls, 1 strike. Spivey looks over his shoulder at Huntley, who's got a big lead. Pitch, swinging a high fly ball, hit to left field, back of the warning track, making the catch. Great job there by Piedmont International as Huntley has to retreat back. Cardona nearly went opposite field there, but the left fielder for the Bruins, Lamonte Johnson, making the catch out and left.
Third baseman, Ozzie Millette.
Ozzie Millette up to the plate. He's 0 for 1, 1 out. Now in the bottom of the second inning, Rams searching for another win this year against a midweek opponent. Trying to bolster that resume, and really for Bluefield, they have to win some more AAC series as Millette takes for strike 1. They made it to the Christian College World Series last year, but you better believe they're just trying to make the NAIA World Series, which is not an easy feat. Bluefield finished the season in 2018 with a 28-23 record, but 18-18 in conference. Or 8-18. Now this year 15-11 and almost at that conference mark they had a season ago. Already 7-5. 0-1. In the dirt. Boyo looks over at first and Huntley stays there. Ball and a strike. So they had a conference win against Montreat over the weekend down in North Carolina. And then they'll have a test here at Bowen Field starting on Friday at 6 p.m. Truett McConnell going to play here at 6 p.m. and then on Saturday a doubleheader against the Bears. Huntley takes off. 1-1 is outside. Gaboyo doesn't even think about throwing it. And Huntley has his second stolen bag of the game. 6th of the season. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two-1. Millette chops it right on the left side. Could be trouble. Charging up. Low throw in time. And Huntley moves over to third base. Lucas Dalton had to charge up and get the ball out of the grab of the pitcher in Darren Spivey. Brings up Napoleon, Rams up 6-2. Scored 6 runs on 5 hits that first inning, and they have yet to have a hit here in the second. Can Napoleon bring in the 7th run of the game for Bluefield? It's already 1 for 1 with an infield single. Here's the pitch. Big cut and a miss, trying to golf it low. It's strike 1. Napoleon coming from Connecticut. Count it 0-1. Spivey fires. High fly, line drive, left field base hit. Huntley will shuffle in to score, and now it's 7-2 after the RBI single from Bluefield's left fielder. Well, it really is hard to try to find that ball after it hits the bat here on this side of the ballpark. Especially when it's not dark outside, it is really a challenge to find the ball. But you know what? Napoleon did. 7-2 the score, Rams up by 5. Bottom of the second inning. Brings up Jose Santana. Santana got on with a walk his last time up. Outside corner, rather. He was hit by a pitch. Count it 0-1. Rams leading by 5. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Spencer Ambrose for Bluefield just pitched a 1-2-3. Top of the second. It's not going that way now for Spivey. 0-1. Slice foul over the Coppinger room on the first base side. The count goes quickly 0-2. So the DH for Bluefield trying to make another statement here with a runner at first base. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the offer. Santana swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt, has to run down to first, and Cabana throws him out there. But a run scores for Bluefield after the RBI single from Napoleon. Headed to the third, Rams lead by 5. It's 7-2.
Leading up the inning for Piedmont, left fielder Lamont Johnson.
Lamont Johnson will lead it off now for Piedmont International, the left fielder. Rams up 7-2. Spencer Ambrose with a bunch of run support in those past couple of innings for the Rams, scoring 6 in the first and then 1 more in the second. Here we are in the third as Johnson shows bunt. Pulls back, but it's right down the middle anyway for strike 1. Johnson, 2-batter. He swings and fouls that one off right into the mid of Cardona. It'll go Johnson, Straw, and Cabana. No balls, 2 strikes. Ball in the glove behind his hat, 1-1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, a base hit. So Johnson's on. 4th hit of the day for Piedmont International. We'll have to see if they can cut into this 5-run lead here after Spencer Ambrose had retired those last 3 batters in the second. starts out well, and now Eli Straw tries to keep these good tidings going for Piedmont International. Up to the plate, wearing number 24 in that royal, or rather navy blue jersey. First pitch, high and away. Count goes 1-0. Rams do not have an arm warming up in the bullpen. Like we said, a day on this midweek start, Rams are really looking for a way to try to get these midweek pitchers and get some reps going, as now a pickoff attempt is a bit late on Johnson. "1-0, and the dirt. Two balls, no strikes. Solid lead at first, he goes. It's a high pitch. Cardona throws down to second, a tag in time. Torres had to go across the body, but Cardona snipes a runner going for second base on the steal, and now there's one out. Great job by Cardona. You can't really blame Piedmont International for trying to be some sort of aggressive there, but now with one out, 3-0. Straw looks at it. It's called in the inside corner. So the Bruins 5-12 this year. That pitch is fouled away. Count is now full. They took a game against Hiwassee College in their last series, though. Won 7-6, but in that last game it was not close, 19-8. You got to remember, Piedmont International not affiliated in the NAIA as that pitch drops low. So just a team in the NCCAA.
Catcher, John Gibbio.
Gibbio up to the plate now, the catcher with one out. Runner at first, Rams hoping for a double play, already leading 7-2. First pitch, catcher looks at it on the inside corner. He's 1 for 1 today with a double. Count goes 0-1, a runner at first, and Eli Straw, 0-1. In the dirt again, Cardona brings it down and throws it right back to the pitcher. Ambrose starting to struggle here a bit. But you're allowed to do that when you're up by 5. Rams scored 6 runs in the first inning, followed by 1 more in the second. Boyo really back in the batter's box. 1-1. Outside, ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Blue skies overhead. The sun's starting to bake it. 2-1. Inside, Ambrose just has to throw a strike. That was a fastball that missed low and in. Got to give your opportunity, or an opportunity for your fielders to make plays. They did jump on him a bit, 2-0 in that first inning. 3-1, we'll have to wait. A pickoff attempt not in time. Three-1. Gibbio watches it cross his knees for strike 2. That's something you're not supposed to do. It already dropped the bat, was ready to go to first base, but now right back into the batter's box. A full count with a runner at first base. Ambrose nods, checks the runner at first. Payoff pitch. High fly, cracked down the right field line. That will drop for a base hit. Long run for Holzer all the way out towards the warning track. Here comes Straw around third. No throw to the plate, and it's another double for Gibbio. And the catcher makes it 7-3, or rather, yes, 7-3 the score. Seven 3 the score. Rams trying to get out of this inning. A run scoring for Piedmont International, trying to make it interesting here. First pitch high and away. Now back up to the plate is Sammy Nieves. Runner at second base, counted 1-0. Long look for Ambrose. He deals. Fastball high and away, and I mean, really struggling here in this third inning. It came to a complete standstill. And I hand it to Piedmont International, too. They're making him throw pitches. Yeah, this watches it in the dirt. That one skipped about 4 feet in front of home plate. Now for Ambrose, checking that runner at second base. The pitch, fastball high, and it's a 4-pitch walk. So now 2 men aboard for Piedmont International. Lucas Dalton returns to the dish. And now a customary mound visit from Thomas Huddleston. Well, if you're the Rams here, you know you're going to get hits. You know you're going to give them some sort of run support, but Ambrose just has to put the ball in the zone. Dalton with 2 men on. The pitch. There it is. A strike across the knees for strike 1. And a no balls, 1 strike. Ambrose pitches. Ground ball, left side. Millette scoops, and he can't get it as the ball rolls into left field. Pinch runner Ambrose will score, and it's an RBI single for Lucas Dalton, make it 7-4. Millette really tried to go with that cavalier effort of just picking up the ball out of the dirt on the scoop, but it just whiffed. And now it's a 3-run game, 6th hit of the ball game for PIU. By the way, already almost an hour into this one. Runners on the corners and a new man up to the plate. Big swing and a miss. Lee Thorne, the first baseman.
First baseman, Lee Thorne.
Looks at it on the outside corner. The lefty is quickly down 0-2. Lee Thorne hitting at .214. Gibbio's the only player for PIU hitting over 300 this season. He's at .304, 0-2. Swinging a line drive, caught by Millette, and doubling him up over at third base. Big time effort there for the Miami native, and the Rams limp out of the top of the third after Piedmont International puts a couple of runs on the board. Bottom of the third we go. Rams up by 3. Now in the bottom of the third, Rams are up by 3 runs, 7-4. Andreas Holzer to lead it off for Bluefield. Spivey's getting a little bit of run support. At top of the lineup, Ambrose has not been able to handle them well. And Holzer looks at a pitch right down the middle for strike 1. So for Bluefield, now in their 6, 7, 8 part of the lineup, Holzer, Torres, and Edgardo Bernard all due up. Holzer with a couple of RBIs, or rather Bernard with a couple of RBIs, as has Torres, as that breaking ball goes in the outside corner for strike 2. So the Rams put up 6 runs in that first inning, followed it up by 1 in the second, but PIU, to their credit, 2 runs in the first and third. The 0-2. Swinging a chopper foul, bouncing down the third baseline and towards head coach and third base coach Mike White. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs, 7-4 the score. Gun to miss, had a pitch in the dirt, rolling behind Gibbio, bouncing off with a backstop, and he couldn't get it on the rebound. It'll be a strikeout, but now the Rams have a runner at first base. So 7-4 remains the score with no outs. Brings up Carlos Torres, who ripped it down the left field line and brought in a couple of runs for Bluefield. First pitch, and Torres serves it back foul for strike 1. Count goes no balls, 1 strike. Holzer with a small lead at first. Pitch swung on, popped up, shallow left. Shortstop backing up. Turns on him a bit, and he makes the catch anyway. Eli Straw gloves it for out number 1. So after a hot start, the Rams have settled down against Darren Spivey, that's for sure. Bottom of the third, 7-4. Edgardo Bernard, the first baseman for Bluefield, plated a couple of runs on a single his last time up. Righty to lefty, Holzer at first, the offer. Outside for strike 1. So hitting on the corner, Spivey starting to throw more consistently than what we saw out of Spencer Ambrose for Bluefield in those first 3 innings. Spivey steps off. Kind of an awkward move there. No balls, 1 strike. Bernard with the red batting gloves. A 1. Swung on and ripped deep to left field, dropping back Johnson, and he makes the catch with his heels on the warning track. All the way back to first for Bluefield goes Holzer. Once again, the Rams just not enough wind to lift that one out of here. We see that American flag in left field completely stationary at the moment. I mean, the last time Bluefield was here playing in that series against Union, that flag was whipping out towards left. Andy Pena up to the plate, 0 for 1. First pitch to him, low and away. So Rams lead by 3, a ball and no strikes. Holzer's at first base with a strikeout, but a drop third strike. That ball is hit up into center field. Jogging up, should be a can of corn, and it is. Out number 3, and the Rams do not score a run for the first time in this game. Bottom of the third, scoreless. On to the 4th inning. It is 7-4 Bluefield. Welcome back, everybody. Rams leading 7-4. We're into the fourth inning. And the first pitch from Ambrose is a bit outside for ball one. So it's Harrison Vaughn and the 8-9-1 due up for Piedmont International, scoring 2 runs in the top of the third, and the Rams failed to score in the bottom of the third. As the 1-0 finds its way into the zone on the outside corner for strike one. So Vaughn, the DH, batting 8th. Ambrose walked a few batters and led up those 2 runs in the third inning to keep this one close. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a chopper foul, rolling behind him and towards that Bluefield dugout. Ambrose mechanically works. 1-2. Outside. Where did that miss? It's ball 2. Oh, Vaughn seems to be buckled up. Last time he was up at that check swing that rolled over to third base. 2-2. Swinging a high chopper right side. Good job by Holter, rather Bernard. Turns, throws. Got him out at first base. Great connection there. 3-1 with Bernard making that glove move at first and then threw it over to the pitcher covering. There's now 1 out here in the top of the fourth inning. Brings up Kirk Cabana. One of the cooler names we've heard as that pitch scrapes in the dirt for ball 1. Rams scored 6 runs in the first inning, including 2 off of a 2-run bomb from Joseph Cardone's first home run of the year. 1-0. Drops low and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Rams playing against a team they beat by over 10 runs in all but one matchup last year. They faced off 5 times. 2-0. Cut and a miss. One time they won by 24. So that's strike 1, 2 balls, 1 strike. Ambrose fires. Popped up left side, now to play. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch, fouled back. Swung on, grounded on a backhand, fielded by Torres at second, throws to first. He got it for out number 2.
Center fielder Brian Deegan.
Already 2 outs. Right back to the top of the lineup. Ryan Deegan, 2 for 2 today. Down 0-1, 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the fourth inning. Rams lead by 3 as Ambrose fires. Breaking ball low and away. Count goes 1-1. Starts the motion and pitches. Swinging a bouncer right side. Snagged by Bernard at first. In 1-2-3 go the Bruins. And the top of the fourth inning. Rams holding on to a 3-run lead here at Bowen. Bottom of the fourth in this 7-inning ball game. Rams lead 7-4. Darren Spivey up to the mound again for his fourth inning of work. And now Jordan Huntley up to the plate. 1 for 1 today. First pitch to the center fielder drops low and away. So the Rams at the top of their lineup. Up 7-4, they scored 6 in the first inning, scored 1 run in the second, and then were held scoreless in the home half of the third inning. Kicks up that leg, and the first 1-0 to him is hit high out to center field. Long run towards the scoreboard, and they can't catch it there as it rolls all the way to the warning track. Huntley on his way to third, sliding in safely, and it's a triple for Bluefield's leadoff man. So a bit misplayed out there by Brian Deegan. Slowed down, and then the ball got away from him. So Huntley blazing into third base. Brings up Joseph Cardona, 1 for 2 today with a home run, 2 RBIs on that bomb. Fly ball, even really anything batted in will allow Huntley to score. Piedmont International not going with the infield in here. First pitch, outside corner on the catcher. Count goes 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Cardona awaiting this deal from Spivey, who starting to work himself into a bit of a rhythm. Rams have been hitting into outs. 0-1. Swung on, lifted into right center field. That will drop for a base hit. Cardona brings home Huntley, and now it's 8-4 after the single. Already a pinch runner for Bluefield. So now that brings up Ozzie Millette.
Running at first, Ellie Mejia, that is Ozzie Millette.
Lenio Mejia, the runner at first base with no outs. Millette wearing number 44, now 8 hits on the ball game for the Rams already. We're in the fourth. First pitch in the dirt. So 3:35 on each corner here at Bowen Field. The sun coming down, turning into a nice afternoon for baseball. Hopefully a few more fans will make it out for game 2. Count goes 1-0. We're glad to have you here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bluefield, Virginia, 1-0. Millette looks at it. It's outside and low. 2 balls, no strikes. Low and away. It rolls through Gibio, and now running into second base for Bluefield. A pinch runner in Mejia. 3 balls, no strikes. Spivey starting to struggle. Well, Spivey came into this game with a robust 12.46 ERA. As that one is slowly chopped over to second base, booted out to right field, no throw. And yet another run goes into potential at third base for Bluefield. Runners on the corners. Sammy Nieves could not play that. Brings up Napoleon. 2 for 2 today. Had an RBI single his last time up. That was in the second inning. Here we are in the bottom of the fourth. No outs, runners on the corners. Rams leading by 4. Mejia at third. Millette at first base. He's going to take off to second. That one's inside, no throw, and that also wipes off that double play up the middle.
Plate inning, Napoleon.
Base hit could make it possibly 10-4. Infield now creeping in. Spivey comes set with a right hand. Pitch high and called a strike. One. High in the air, right side, and that will curve foul into the blue field bullpen. Ball and 2 strikes. Napoleon way back in the batter's box. Spivey looks and fires. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners in scoring position. Mejia at third base with a solid lead when Spivey starts to work into the motion of Millette, getting to second base on the defensive indifference. Right back into the set. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. And the dirt off of the chest guard of Gibbio down the first baseline, and it's a full count. Payoff. Swung on, line drive over the glove of the shortstop, and runs will score for Bluefield. Mejia trots home, Millette jogs in, and now it's 10-4 Rams, a 2-run single for Bluefield's left fielder. Six-run lead for Bluefield, and Piedmont International thought they made it a bit more interesting when they cut it down to 7-4, even after they took the lead 2-0. Rams are finding their stride. Brings up Jose Santana, who swings and grounds it over to second. Bobbled there, throw on to second base in time for the out, but Santana will reach on a fielder's choice, and it should have been possibly a double play as Sammy Nieves nearly let that ball go through his legs. So there's 1 out, 10-4 the score. Andreas Holzer up to the plate. Piedmont International praying for a chance to get that double play to get them out of this long 4th inning. Rams have already scored 3. Spivey deals. Holzer swings and pops it up behind home plate. Or actually, it's going to go out to the right side and close to the batter's facility for Bluefield. It won't be caught. No balls, 1 strike. So this is gearing up for a big series this weekend. I'll be on the call for you. A 3-game set with Truett McConnell as the Rams are searching for their 8th conference win of this season. Now 7-5 in the AAC. Remember, we talked about last year where Bluefield was 8-18 in the AAC, and they're almost all the way there. Spivey checks on Santana. 0-1. Skips in the dirt again, and he really is struggling to find the zone here. Aaron Spivey, the sophomore from Thomasville, North Carolina, standing in at 6'1", 220. Counted 1-1. He fires. Holzer swings and grounds it left side off of the body of the third baseman, and everybody's going to be safe after the third baseman, Lucas Dalton, was pegged on a ground ball. Signaling that hit him in the chest. He looks like he's going to be okay. Either way, now the Rams have 2 men aboard. Home plate umpire trying to make sure he's all right. And that is it.
Second baseman, Carlos Torres.
Carlos Torres returns to the dish for Bluefield. The Rams with a 6-run lead, 1 out, 2 men aboard. Turning into one of those games against Piedmont International again here in the 4th inning. First pitch to the second baseman. Big cut and a miss. Off-speed chunk outside, strike 1. Last time Spivey pitched was against Mars Hill. He threw an inning, surrendered 4, 3 runs, all of them earned. He only had 1 strikeout, 0-1. Swinging a high fly out to left center field. Johnson converging with the center fielder, and the center fielder makes the catch. Good enough for Santana to tag from second or third base. So Brian Deegan reels it in. There's 2 outs now, runners on the corners.
First baseman, Edgardo Bernard.
Edgardo Bernard returns to the plate for Bluefield in the bottom of the 4th. 10-4 Rams lead. Bernard, the first baseman, found a hit earlier today, and boy, with this glare and the angle we're at and the ball bouncing off of the bat, we're just going to have to guess where this ball goes here. It is almost impossible to see. First pitch to Edgardo Bernard. He swings. It bounces it over to short. Bobble throw to first. Not in time. 11-4. That'll be an E6. As Piedmont International continues to struggle. Second error of the game. And if you're Spivey, who already is having trouble, that's got to hope that your fielders can back you up. So Eli Straw has nothing there. Another run scores. We'll bring up Andy Pena with 2 outs, a 7-run lead for the Rams. First pitch. Swings and grounds it right side, and that's a base hit into right field for Bluefield. Holzer on his way home. He will get there. 12-4 the score. Now a throwback to second is a bit late as Holzer gets back. So now back to the top of the lineup with Jordan Huntley, who started off this inning. Rams have now batted around. It's an 8-run lead for Bluefield in the bottom of the 4th. 5 runs already for Bluefield, and Huntley not wanting to stop just yet. First pitch to the center fielder. He swings and cracks it back foul for strike 1. Well, it's certainly a confidence builder when you're going up against Spivey, a guy that really doesn't throw a lot of innings. And Piedmont International to just throw out a couple of pitchers here as Huntley fouls it off right side. So it's a challenge for Spivey. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Huntley's waiting. 2 men aboard for Bluefield. Bernard at second, Pena at first, 0-2. Outside, nearly got him. That was a fastball that nearly hit in there. So for Spivey, has not pitched more than 1 2/3 innings this year, and they are trying to go the long haul with him. Comes set at a ball and 2 strikes. 2 men aboard for the Rams. Here's the pitch. High and away, ball 2. "11 hits for the Rams, 12 runs. Two. Huntley swings, pops it up sky high, right side. Could be trouble because Piedmont has really struggled to field, and wow, and making the catch on a pop up there, Sammy Nieves. So now that's out number 3. Rams leave a couple of runners on board, but now 12-4, Rams lead by 8. So Ramsey's behind the plate for Bluefield. Guzman is now at first as the Rams have made a couple of changes. Ambrose now on the mound for the Rams, up 12-4 with an 8-run lead in the top of the fifth in the game. The first one against Piedmont International. First pitch, and it's low. Johnson trying to bunt at it again. So in the 2-3-4 for Piedmont International, Eli Straw on deck and Gibbio in the hole. The offer outside and low. Count goes to 1-1. Ambrose working well, the 1-1. Cut and a miss. Good pitch there for the lefty on the mound. Count goes 1-2. Here at Bowen Field, folks, home of the Bluefield College Rams and the Bluefield Blue Jays. Great Tuesday afternoon for baseball. We're playing 2 today. Ambrose readies again, 1-2. Just a bit high. So after that pitch misses upstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, nobody on. 12-4, Rams putting up a 5 spot in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-2. High and away. So it's ball 3. Ambrose has had some struggles today, trying to calibrate, put it into the zone. Looks out of the black glove, sets and deals. Ground ball hit to second, caught on a bounce by Torres, whips on to first, 1 away. One out now in the top of the 5th inning.
Now catching for the Rams, number 1, Ramsey Torres, at first base. Eric Guzman.
Brings up Eli Straw, the shortstop. He's found his way on base a couple of times. Dances out of the way of the first pitch after he kicks up some dirt for ball 1. Count goes 1-0, the pitch. Straw looks at it high and away. 2 balls, no strikes. So what's on the line here? Really not a big-time game for Bluefield, but it's trying to be 16-11 this year. Another midweek win. Now the count goes 2-0. The pitch, got a miss. And for Piedmont International, will they go back out with Darren Spivey in the 6th inning? Or at least in this 5th inning. 2-1. Straw swings and grounds it straight over to Pena at short. Throws to first off target. Tag is laid down. And now there is 2 outs. So escaping disaster there. Guzman making the tag, and now with 2 outs, Ambrose trying to get out of this 5th inning once more. Gibbio has been the star today, at least offensively, as he swings and pops it up in the infield. Left side coming in. Millette calls for it, and there is the top of the 5th. 1, 2, 3 go the Bruins, and the Rams enjoy an 8-run lead over Piedmont International. Back and ready here, 12-4 the score, bottom of the fifth, and a new pitcher coming in for Piedmont International is the right-handed pitcher, the freshman from Greenville, South Carolina, standing in at 6'1", 190, Jacob Fulmer. Well, Fulmer has struggled in a couple of outings this year. That ERA for him all the way up at 19.29. And the first pitch high and away. Rams have a new batter up as he swings and drives it into left field, a base hit. Rams sees Urias with a base hit. First at bat of the ball game in the place of Cardona.
Third baseman Ozzie Millette.
Ozzie Millette comes up to the plate. Bottom of the fifth inning, 8-run lead for the Rams. First pitch to Millette, swings and fouls it off, or rather, it's just got a piece of it and it's gloved it home. No balls, one strike, a runner at first in Bluefield, and now looking to add on to this 8-run lead. As the 1-0 is high and away. Now we see a lot of fans here start to walk up on top of the dugout and realize that this is not the way to get to the main grandstand. That's one of my favorite things to do, is just watch someone realize that. That goes in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. Seeing him now start to look over on the right and wonder, how do I get there? Now he's going back. I might just stay here for a while. 2 balls, 1 strike, a runner at first. Fulmer deals, and Millette tries to send a high pitch on the right, but instead fouls it off. Of course, during the college baseball season here at Bowen Field, there aren't the chairs like for the boxes that we see when the Bluefield Blue Jays are here. Count at 2-2, no outs, 8-run lead for the Rams. The pitch, Millette swings and pops it up, right center field, long run, and that will bounce to the warning track for a base hit. Held up at third, and it's a double for Bluefield's third baseman. So Mejia held up at third base, and Garrett Schilling being a bit conservative there. As Mike White is no longer the third base coach. Lennon Napoleon returns to the plate with 2 men in scoring position, 12-4 the score. Fulmer coming set here in game 1 of this doubleheader. No outs and 2 men on. First pitch, Napoleon backs out of the way for ball 1. Just a bit inside. 13 hits for the Rams, 12 runs, no errors. Ambrose now in line for the win after pitching a full 5 innings, 1-0. Strides into it, it's a bit too high. After the fastball misses, 2 balls, no strikes. Got a miss for strike 1. Don't miss the big series this weekend. Truett McConnell and Bluefield College squaring off here at Bowen Field. And there's, you look on your screen, the fan we were just talking about. Smolian looks at it outside for ball 3. He's going to walk all the way over and not realizing to get to the ramp. Going to step up. It's a walk for Napoleon. Bases loaded. So Fulmer has yet to get an out in his first inning of work. Bases are loaded. And will Piedmont go into the bullpen already? Going to be a quick little conference here. 12-4 the score. Base hit could put Bluefield possibly up by 10 or maybe 11 runs. Well, the fan is gone.
Looking
Jose Santana, the Appalachian Athletic Conference Player of the Week. Designated hitter, waits. First pitch, outside corner. Good job by Fulmer to get back into the zone. (1-0), fouled back. So leading this Rams team in batting average. That last game against Montreat went 3 for 4 with 3 runs scored. Does not have a home run this year. And then in the second game against Montreat went 4 for 5 in the loss. 0-2. Inside and high, and it's ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fulmer deals with the bases loaded. Santana swings and grounds it left side. Caught there on a hop throw to second in time. On to first. Not there. But a run scores on an RBI ground out from Santana. It's now 13-4, 1 out. Nearly doubled him up. Eli Straw did a solid job on the stab that time. Andreas Holzer watches it go outside. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. 13-4 the score, a 9-run lead for the Rams. 1-0. Swing and a rip left side, and that is foul. Wind starting to blow out towards left field could help Andreas Holzer here. A lead at third base, Santana at first. 13-4 the score with 1 out. Fulmer in his first inning of work. 1-1. Holzer fouls it off again. Over the plate now to play. Ball and 2 strikes with 1 out. Checking on the runner at first in Santana. 1-2. High as Gibbio has to jump up and snag it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Surprised that Santana has not been given the green light to try to run to second base because it appears that Gibbio will not even try to throw it. Outside, ball 3, a full count. Starting to see more movement in the bullpen for PIU. Runners on the corners, a full count. Holzer has to adjust his cleat. Back to the plate. Waiting the payoff. Fulmer awaits a chance to get this second out or potentially a double play to get out of this 5th inning. Payoff. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. Base is occupied with 1 out, so now there are 2 outs. A big strikeout for Fulmer.
Second baseman, Carlos Torres.
Carlos Torres returns to the plate for the Rams. The sun beaming down on the first base side. Can the second baseman break it open by a few more runs? Already leading by 9. First pitch. Looks at it low and away, ball 1. Glad to have you here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. We should have game 2 for you about 20 minutes after the end of game 1. 1-0. Swinging a ground ball, third base side, foul. Well, that had a good jump. The third baseman, or yes, the third baseman at third for Bluefield. Count goes 1-1. The pitch rises high and away for ball 2. 2-1. Once again, high and outside, ball 3. Actually, he called that a strike. Dinner plan strike zone we got here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Inside and high, ball 3. Count now goes to 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 13-4 the score, a 9-run lead for the Rams with runners on the corners. Payoff. And the dirt, bases loaded once more. Santana over to second, Millette stays at third, and the base is now juiced.
First baseman, Eric Guzman.
Guzman up to the plate. Adding in the place of Bernard. Trying to get some new reps in there. Mike White starting to mix it up. Guzman just making his 5th appearance. High and inside on the first pitch for ball 1. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Guzman now 2 of 9. 1-0. Got to miss, had a pitch in the dirt to even it up at 1-1. Bases loaded, quick 1-1. There it is, a strike in the inside corner. So for Piedmont International, trying to have any takeaways from this game, have been able to hit decently well, especially in the top of their lineup. Here's the 1-2. Guzman with a check swing and a pitch in the dirt. Let's see an appeal. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fulmer rocks with a 2-2. Guzman swings and drives left field, but it's well foul. (13-4) Rams lead by 9. Guzman with the bases loaded. Millette at third, Santana at second. 2-2. Got to miss, strike 3. Big time fist pump from Gibbio as he goes into the dugout down by 9. Welcome back, everybody. Spencer Ambrose still on the mound, and the first pitch is cut on and missed by Nieves for strike 1. Rams leading 13-4 now on the top of the 6th inning. Looking for a chance to try to come back in this one. Only 2 more chances coming up for Piedmont International as that one goes high and away. Outside and low, 2 balls, 1 strike. 15-11 on the year. The Rams a few outs away from becoming 16-11 as Nieves bats it slowly down the third baseline. Snagged by Millette. Throw across the diamond, right on target. Out number one.
Third baseman, Lucas Dalton.
Outside for ball one. 1-0. Strides into the pitch. It's high and away. Count goes even, or rather 2-0 to Lucas Dalton, the third baseman. Bat on the shoulder. It's spread out as Ambrose pitches again. Side and low. Well, look at that line out there. Piedmont International has scored all four of their runs, 2 in the first and then 2 more in the third. Rams scored 6 in the first, 1 in the second, and then 5 in the fourth inning with 1 in the fifth. In the dirt, ball 4. So Dalton jogs to first base. And brings up Lee Thorne.
Baseman Lee Thorne.
Steps in on the left-handed side. Right down Broadway on the first pitch, strike one. So this is only a 7-inning game. Conference doubleheaders usually go 9 and 7. But this is not a conference doubleheader. Got it 0-2, checking the runner. The pitch. Thorne grounds it over to second, could be 2. Torres just gloves it, and then it goes off into right field. And that continues the inning. First error of the ball game for Bluefield. Been some tough hops over there at second base. Torres got the worst of one back in the first inning, and now had a better play of that one here in the 6th.
DH Harrison Vaughn.
Now Vaughn at the plate with 2 men aboard. That's one out. Stepping out on that first pitch, and it's right down the middle, strike one. No balls, 1 strike, has that open stance. And he's trying to stride into it, but he doesn't bring it back in. That one goes high and away. So if anything goes on the outside corner, it's going to be very hard for Vaughn to hit it. One. Outside and low, ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 men aboard with 1 out. Two one in the dirt. That's a wonder. Vaughn is hitting .273 coming into this game. Second highest batting average on the team. Three one. Fouled off. Full count. Fourteen to 3, Rams lead by 9 runs. Payoff is high. Bases loaded, and Ambrose has gotten himself into a jam, but got to go back to that play from Torres. That could have been 2. And it continues, bases loaded.
Kirk Cabana.
Kirk Cabana, bases loaded for the right fielder. First pitch to him. Swings in, hits it on the ground, and rather that was caught in the air by Pena. So a line drive snagged by the shortstop for out number 2, and the bases remain loaded. Like we said, folks, we just trying to guess where that ball goes. It is almost impossible to see it from this angle.
Center fielder Brian Deegan.
First pitch to the center fielder. Rolls behind, and now nobody will go. Brian Deegan up in a 1-0 count, bases loaded, 13-4 the score. Home run would bring them within 5. Urias, the catcher. 1-0. High and away. 2 balls, no strikes. This is only his second appearance. That hit he had a few innings ago was his first hit of the year. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Top of the 6th. Pitch. Hit him. And a run comes in to score. More movement in the bullpen for Bluefield.
Left fielder Lamont Johnson.
Brings up Johnson. For Spencer Ambrose, who came into this game with a 6.75 ERA, this will likely help him. Inside, called a strike. Heels high and away. Ball and a strike, 2 outs. Last pitch against Montreat and got the win. That one is lifted into shallow left field. Could be trouble, long sprint in, and that will drop in for a base hit. Couple runs will score, and now it's 13-7. Let's make that 20 combined hits in this game. We're in the 6th inning. 2 outs.
Shortstop Eli Straw.
Brings up Eli Straw. Shortstop strides into it. It's called a strike anyway. Oh, 1. Swinging a ground ball, hit over to third, and once again didn't hit the ground at all as Pena makes the catch for out number 3. 13-7 the score after 3 runs are put on by Piedmont International, and the Rams lead by 6. Andy Pena leads it off at the bottom of the sixth for the Rams, up 13-7. Fulmer deals a first pitch ball inside of the lefty. Rams near the bottom of their lineup. Pena waits, wearing number 12, 1-0. High and away. Called a strike, though. Count goes to 1-1. Swinging a high fly ball out to right center. There's a base hit. So Pena gets on base. 13-7 remains the score, and now a single. That'll bring up Huntley. Pitch. Outside corner for strike one. Back to the top of the lineup for Bluefield. Pitch. Steps into it a bit high. Count goes to 1-1. Huntley limbos out of the way. Fulmer keeping the pace of the game going. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fulmer coming in for Spivey, who pitched the first 4 innings of the game. 2-1. High and in. Huntley swings and pops it up foul left side, and all he can do is watch it as it goes on top of our press box for strike 2. A full count to Huntley. No outs, Rams leading by 6. Rams have 15-11. Game 1 of a doubleheader. PIU in danger of falling to 5-13. That one is ripped down the line into left field, a base hit. Pena held up at second. It's another single for Huntley, and the 14th hit of the game for Bluefield. Make it their 15th.
Plate the catcher, Ramsey Urias.
Urias steps up to the plate. The catcher, who's 1 for 1 today. That was his first hit of the season. Now a chance to knock in a few runs here. He gets another one up 13-7. Catcher takes a big cut at it and misses. Strike 1. Count goes 0-1. The offer. On the outside corner, strike 2. Oh-2 pitch. Rice looks at it, rolls away. Runners stay where they are. Pena at second base and Huntley at first. Kibio's had a pretty good game at the plate for PIU. Team with 2 errors already. Rams have stole on him at least once, but he's batted well this game. Bluefield, though, just able to hit better. Down 2-0 after that top of the first inning. They answer with 6 runs in the bottom of the first. One-two pitch. Swinging a chopper down the third base line and foul. Dalton couldn't get it. One-two. High and away, ball 2. Two-two pitch. fouled it away. Good defensive swing there by Urias. Two balls, two strikes. A car driving behind out in right field, and people enjoying City Park. Rams trying to enjoy themselves in game one. Two. Swing and a miss. That was up at his nose. Strike three. Fulmer gets a strikeout.
Third baseman Ozzie Millette.
Ozzie Millette comes to the plate again for Bluefield. Rams up 13-7. First pitch to the third baseman. He swings and lifts it out to shallow center. Deegan with a long run in. That drops for a base hit. Bases will be loaded, and Bluefield is looking to add some more runs to their 6-run lead here. Millette barely got a piece of that one on the end of the bat. Deegan just was not in the right place to get it. Drops right in front of him.
Left fielder Lennon Napoleon.
Even slowed down there for a second. So Huntley's at second. Lennon Napoleon up to the plate with one out. The bases loaded, and a 6-run lead for Bluefield. Already just 3 outs away from winning the game in the 7th inning. Fulmer deals first pitch. The fielder fouls it off. Strike one. Starts the motion, 0-1. Got a miss at a pitch in the dirt. Oh, Napoleon is trying to blast it out of here for a left field home run. You can tell with these humongous cuts he has taken. Does have 2 bombs this year. 0-2. Swings and pops it up. Right field. Should stay in the ballpark and does. Caught there. Running home, and Pena will score. Throw to second. Not in time. So Millette advances on the tag. So does Huntley, and now it's 14-7. Rams up back by 7 runs. Bottom of the 6th. Insurance is there for Bluefield. Brings up Jose Santana. 2 outs, by the way. Santana swings and lifts it into right center field. Deegan on a chase. He won't get there as it bounces on the warning track and plunks off of the wall. Santana rounding second on his way to third. He'll get there, sliding in for a 2-run triple, and it's 16-7 Rams. $17 hits for Bluefield, so now 24 in the game total after 7 from Piedmont International and Andreas Holzer. Well, he tried to keep it going here. High and away, ball 1. Fulmer rocks Reddy's 1-0, high and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the 2-0. Fouls it back. Strike 1. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Fulmer with the orthodox way of delivering as Holzer swings. Lifts it out to deep left. Johnson at the warning track, and that ball's out of here. 2-run home run for Andreas Holzer, and the Rams are up big, 18-7. Rounding third, now at home. That could be a game changer, up by 11. Now it looks like we're going to see a pitching change. 11 runs, the deficit here. Fulmer just needs the 1 out, and their day will likely be done. New man coming in for Piedmont International, and Fulmer's day is done. New pitcher. I'll tell you who that is in just a moment. Carlos Torres comes up to the plate to face off against Bradley Driggers. Driggers, the freshman from Jasper, Florida, as Carlos Torres looks outside. And it's called for a strike. Driggers, another guy coming out of the pen that has struggled this year for Piedmont International, 40.50 ERA. As the 0-1 is hit on the ground over to third. Fielded by Dalton, throw on to first. Not in time as it bounces out of the glove. That will be discussed as to whether that will be called a hit, as Dalton couldn't throw it across the diamond cleanly. And yes, it'll be an E5, third error of the game. By the way, for Holzer, that was his third home run of the season. 2-run bomb puts Bluefield up by 11. Here comes Guzman. He's 0 for 1. Check swing and a pitch low. It's ball 1. Now they called that a strike on the board. Count goes 0-1. Got another game for you after this. It's 18-7. Only playing a 7-inning game, though. 0-1. Lifts it up. Pop up. Johnson towards the foul line. And it goes out of play. And Guzman is down 0-2. So Guzman, the first baseman at the plate. Driggers nods, 0-2. Outside corner, got him for strike 3, and the inning is over. 5-run scoring for the Rams in the bottom of the 6th. On to the 7th and final inning of Game 1. Rams lead by 11. Welcome back, everybody. Justin Mesa now on the mound at the top of the 7th. Rams 3 outs away from winning this one in big-time fashion, up 18-7. First pitch goes inside. First time we haven't seen Spencer Ambrose out today. One-0. Swinging a ground ball, bouncing through the glove of Pena, and it's down. That one would have been tough to throw, so that'll be close to being a hit. And it will be 8th hit of the day for PIU. Taylon Green, pinch hitting. Mesa deals. Swinging a ground ball straight at short. Pena tosses to Torres on to first. 6-4-3 double play, and the Rams are 1 out away. Joshua Williams up to the plate. Mesa deals. Williams watches it go high and away for ball 1. Josh Williams has played in 1 game this year, has no at-bats. That goes outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Mesa for Bluefield, though, has pitched in a few games for the Rams this year. 5.09 ERA, 1-0 record. Now the 2-0. Swinging a slow rolling ground ball over to Millette. Throw to first is in time, but they call it. It seems that ball hit off of his foot, but now the Rams are converging. The game is over. And let's call it over. Rams win 18-7, 1-2-3. Go the Bruins, and the top of the 7th. And the Rams have now improved to 16-11 on the year. We'll take a break and be right back in about 20 minutes for the start of Game 2. But in this one, Rams win 18-7.